Hey guys, this is review part 2 of the HP Dv8t. I made the first part a few weeks ago, haven't got around to making the second part. I was on vacation and my camera broke while I was down in Florida, so I had to get that repaired, but I'm back and I'm going to start making videos again. So second part is about complaints about the Dv8t. There aren't that many. The first one I will show you is these touch buttons up on top. Several of them don't work, and many of them have to actually be pretty well touched. Like you have to actually put a fair amount of pressure on it to get them to work. The Media Smart one, which is supposed to launch, it's like a bunch of the programs that HP puts on. There's Media Smart DVD, there's the webcam software, I believe there's a photo viewer. It's supposed to launch basically a launcher for that, so you can pick which one you want to launch. The touch button doesn't actually do anything, so you'll see me hitting it here, and the mouse is just sitting. And I've tried it several times. I've tried it on straight off of a cold boot and everything, and it just doesn't work. These these back and play and pause buttons have a tendency to not want to work at all. They have worked a few times. You really do have to push down on them. You can actually see the whole plastic part pushes down back here in the lights, which shouldn't happen. This is an eject button. It does work. You have to put some pressure on it, but as you can see, it works. The mute button, initially I had some problems with that, but still, it's not just a simple touch like they are, like they're supposed to be. You have to actually put a fair amount of pressure on it to get it to work. The volume controls, initially when I first got the computer, every time you adjusted the volume, there was right across here, there was a volume meter, and it's really annoying because it shows up over your programs and it won't go away. It takes several seconds to go away, and it blocks whatever's going on there. So I found a way to disable that, but there's also one for the treble and bass controls, which I still haven't figured out how to disable, but I don't use them enough that I'm worrying about disabling them. I just have them set to max, and that's about it for them. So the volume, the best way to adjust it is to slide with your finger back and forth here. The plus and minus really don't work much at all. You really do have to hit them again. It's probably not like this on all of them. I don't know, I just probably got a bad apple in terms of the build quality of it. There's probably a misalignment on the little board that's underneath that, but I'm still up in the air as to whether I'm going to send it back within the warranty period, which is a year, which I probably will when it gets towards it, if I'm having problems with it. So the treble and bass, and this is real funny because this one, to change it, is the lightest. To see, you change it back between treble and bass. That only requires a little tiny bit of a touch to get it to work, which is funny because that's really one that you don't have to worry about changing that much, and that works well. The treble and bass, the sliders all over the place, you really have to forcibly put your finger down on them. Let me see if I can give you an example. You'll see it on screen. You can see it. It's not even actually, but you really have to press down to get it to go up. You see I'm running right over it and it's not even showing up. Again, I probably just have one of the battered builds of it. It's probably a misalignment on the board. I could probably fix it if I felt like taking it apart, but I'm not going to avoid my warranty. I'll just send it back to them maybe eventually and get it fixed. So that's it for that part. Actually, let me complete it up there. Wi-Fi. When you come out of standby mode, which I use often, it almost always turns the Wi-Fi off by itself. Initially when you come out of standby, it'll work, but it could be anywhere from 30 seconds to 20 minutes afterwards. It will shut the Wi-Fi off and it'll actually turn orange. As you can see, I just did it there manually. The only way to fix it at that point is to go into the network settings, disable the wireless card, re-enable it, and reconnect to the network. That's the only way to fix it when that happens. And on a side note about standby, it has a tendency not to want to go into standby. You'll hit in the start menu, you'll hit standby and the screen will go blank and there will be hard drive activity for 10-15 seconds, and then nothing happens. The computer stays on, but there's no way to either shut it down other than using the power button. It happens maybe one in every 10 times that I try to put it in standby, and it's usually when I just want to put it in standby. I don't want to shut it down, so it can be a bit annoying. Real quick about the power button, it's also, there's a slew of problems that I have with these. Is the power button, it works, but you really do have to push it down, and it almost feels like it's not in its holder all the way. I don't know if there's something broken underneath it, but it's been like that since I got it, so I don't know if they just misaligned something when they made it or not, but that's another thing about it. What else? Just design issues all along here. I would imagine this is supposed to be flush with the black part, and there's actually a pretty sizable gap, which can be annoying when you're resting your hand like this. Up here in the corner, this is raised. Shouldn't be. You may be able to hear it. This is raised up from the corner up here. There is a small bit of paint chipping that's probably not going to show on the video. On the edges around here, you can see where the silver matches. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this is not flush with the black. This is actually compressed, and the black, the speaker cover actually does raise up from that. So again, the quality of the build is pretty disappointing. I've noticed that I've owned, this is my third HP laptop. The first one was built like a tank. I dropped it several times, and all that happened to it was there was a small nick. The second one was pretty well built. There were some design flaws with the same kind of things here with the edges and whatnot. This one definitely by far the worst in terms of pieces not falling off of it, but falling away from it and stuff like that. And one more complaint about it is the lid itself. Every laptop I've owned had a button here that you could release. There's usually two latches in here that would hold the screen to the body of the laptop to prevent the screen from flying open when you're carrying it. This doesn't have that. This has nothing in terms of that, so it's just you have to peel it open like this. And I probably wouldn't have a problem with that if the screen would stay closed. So you have this issue. Let me see if I can show it to you. So if you can see look at the play on this. This is just me not even opening it, and this is before you would even, there's at least a good inch and a half of play on that, on the hinge. And if you're carrying it around, if you're carrying it kind of like a book, like I have a tendency to carry it when it's in standby, you can feel the screens bouncing back and forth. And I don't really know why they didn't put latches in here, because that's going to wear out the hinge a lot faster than it would normally. But if the hinge wears out in a year, I'm going to send it back, get it fixed, along with the other problems I have with it too. But yeah, that is part 2 review of the HP Dv8t. Please rate and subscribe and comment. Follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/DMSTechReview. And thanks for your time.